and welcome back to our channel. So I am here doing a car vlog for you in my lunch break. I think this is the best time, obviously, for me to do it. I don't have kids with me. I have dedicated free time, and so that's where I am. That's what I'm doing. And we have a lot to update you guys on. So I'm gonna jump into this, and this is gonna be like a pregnancy and life update. A lot of you guys have been asking about the kids and how they're doing, and about the baby, and just all the things. And so that is the intention of this video, is to give you guys an update on all the things. So let's get into it. All right, so I am 31 weeks and 5 days pregnant. Sheesh, I don't even know. I'll be 32 weeks on Friday. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very third trimester pregnant, specifically at night, specifically during the work week. I start to have, you know, Braxton Hicks at night, and I get uncomfortable as the day goes on, but generally I feel really good. And pregnancy for me has always been something that has treated me well, outside of Eli's last, you know, 4 weeks of pregnancy. I've had very good, easy pregnancies with my babies, and so knock on wood that continues. I feel like the baby boy is growing, and he is taking up more and more space each day. It's harder to breathe, obviously. And just all the third trimester things. I cannot believe that we're going to be 32 weeks the end of this week, and really that we're in the final home stretch of this baby already. This is what happens when you find out at 23 weeks. But we're all pre-registered for the hospital. I've been buying some things for him. I still need to buy quite a few more things for him as far as clothing, but we're definitely feeling the crunch of him coming sooner rather than later. We are gonna have a hospital birth, obviously. I know a lot of people are choosing to do home births or different methods with COVID. Our hospital rules are a little bit obviously different than when it was with my last babies. The kids won't be able to come visit us, but overall I feel most comfortable with a hospital birth, so that is the direction that we'll be going. I have another doctor's appointment on Friday to check on baby, and we'll see how things progress. So I became high risk with Eli at 32 weeks. There's not really much concern for that happening this time, but it's something that we'll monitor, something I'll continue to ask my doctors about as I progress into pregnancy. But it'll be interesting to see when little Isaiah decides to join us. Eli was born at 36 weeks, with, you know, my high term or high risk stuff. He was a healthy baby. Emma was born at 37 weeks, and Isabel was born at 39. With my due date really being a guesstimate, I really have a feeling October's kind of wide open for us. Even though my due date is the 30th, I feel like I don't think we're gonna make it to that day. So we will see what ends up actually happening, because again, the best that we could do was guess based on the baby size at 23 weeks, which isn't the most accurate for predicting gestational age. It's just kind of the best we had to work with. Pregnancy cravings and all of those things, nothing much has really changed or is different. I don't eat quite a bit when I'm pregnant. I get super full. By the end of the day, I can barely eat anything, and I don't really have, I'm not a person who eats a lot when I'm pregnant. I actually probably eat less than I do during a normal time. So not really anything to update there. Let's see. So I think that's pretty much it for pregnancy. Again, just feeling very third trimester pregnant. Being pregnant while still having a baby is a new adventure for us. But it's been going good. One thing that I've been getting asked is, are we for sure done having kids after this baby? 10 million %, we are for sure done. We were supposed to be done with Eli. Obviously that didn't work out, but we are taking permanent measures to not have any more kids. That was our intention after Eli was born. If you have followed us, I think you guys know that shortly after Eli was born and I was heading back to work, my father-in-law was diagnosed with cancer. He had stage 4 lung cancer that had metastasized to his spine. And so starting in October of last year. We went through battling that as a family. My father-in-law passed in January, and so we never got around to actually doing what we needed to do to have, future proof methods for prevention. And then obviously my father-in-law passed the end of January. We had his service and stuff in February. March COVID hit and everything shut down for electoral procedures, and then by that point I was actually already pregnant. I had gotten pregnant sometime in February. But anyways, long story short, yes, we are 10 million% done, and we'll be doing future, preventative things to make sure that we don't have any more babies. Obviously Isaiah is a huge blessing. He wasn't planned on. God had planned on him, and he'll fit into our family perfectly, but I don't want any more kids. I love the ones that I have. Our hands are full. On the other children that I have, lots of questions have been coming about how Emma's doing, how Isabel's doing, updates on Eli. So I'm gonna go through each of them and just give you guys a quick kind of update. Emma is doing good. She's very excited about the baby. She's a fantastic big sister. She loves helping. She's excited about Isaiah coming. She's very upset she doesn't get to come meet him at the hospital. For Emma, right now it's still summertime. School for us is gonna look different this year. I know a lot of people have decided to do homeschools. Every state's doing different things. Here in Minnesota, our lovely governor is letting each school district decide. However, there's very strong rules about what that looks like. For us, Emma's school district will be starting in a hybrid method. So she'll be 2 days in-person learning, 3 days online. We will be doing hybrid. I have no concerns or fears about sending her to school. I wish she could go 5 days in person if we had the choice, but unfortunately we don't. So she will for sure be going 2 days, and then she'll be distance learning 3 days a week. We're still waiting for the specifics of what that looks like. We don't know what days yet. We're still waiting for our school district to communicate with us on that. They did push back the start of school for her to the third week of September. So the first week she'll be doing orientation and stuff, so she won't actually have school. She's very excited. She's very disappointed she doesn't get to go to school. She thrives in being around people, and I think distance learning is an absolute joke, but I'm not gonna get into that. She needs to be in person as much as she can, so we will send her as much as she can, and I'm hopeful that things will turn and eventually she'll be able to go to school full time. Isabel is doing well. She is growing. She's hilarious. Her food allergies, I know a lot of you guys have been asking how she's doing with that. Not much has changed. She goes in December for another test. We'll be doing skin and blood work for her. We test her about once a year with that to see what her numbers are at and see where she's going. But right now she can have baked egg, baked dairy, and we're still waiting on raw egg, raw dairy for her numbers to come down. She did fail her raw dairy challenge the beginning of this year, and then she still is allergic to peanuts. And then I also want to have her tree nut tested. So not much has changed with her. She's just our bundle of joy and fun, and she's hilarious, and she makes us laugh every day. She's learning and growing so much. She's excited about going to preschool next year. Yeah, so I'll get into that in a second. As far as Eli, he just turned 1. He's doing so great. He has been my challenging baby. He has food allergies as well, like Isabel. However, he's way off the charts, higher than her. He's very, very highly allergic to egg, dairy, peanuts, and medium range for most tree nuts. And he is super sensitive to the fact that even skin contact for him flares up. So there's a lot of trepidation around starting him with solid foods, because his risk for cross-contamination is so high, and his reaction for cross-contamination is so high. We have figured it out, but it's a challenge, and we know that the Lord is going to show up big and show up strong for him as far as making progress with that. But right now, Eli enjoys all the things he can eat, and he's growing really, really, really well. He's not walking yet, thank the Lord, but I know he's gonna start walking like right before Isaiah is born and just keep us on our toes. He's crawling, he's into everything, pulling up on everything. He's getting his 1-year-old molars, so he does not want to sleep, but he is a sweet, sweet boy and loves his mama like no one else. His world is about to change very quickly and very fast, but he is just the sweetest little boy. A lot of you guys have been asking about daycare and what's going on and what our plans are for daycare and having 3 kids in daycare. That is a whole different thing that continues to evolve for us. So we actually just found out yesterday that our daycare that we've been with for 7 years is restructuring, and so our last week with them is actually this week, and I have a lot of emotions about it. They've been, again, part of our family since Emma was a baby, and now we have to kind of go back to square one. So we are in the process of searching for a new daycare for the kids, making decisions around what we want to do with Isabel. Scott is home full-time with COVID, and there isn't a foreseeable future for him really going back to work in the office full-time. So this really, God worked out as far as timing and his plan for things, because Scott's going to be able to keep the kids with him while we're in flux of looking for the next thing. And so that's a peace of mind for us, that we're not like, crap, what are we gonna do? We have no place to send our kids. We have a cushion to land on while we figure out the next steps. So I'm in the process of contacting and looking for new daycares. I just laugh because 2020 has been such a ride for us, and I just can only trust the Lord that what's going on, he has planned. And I just say, okay, Lord, like, I trust that you've got this figured out for us, because I don't know what's going on anymore. And I truly have felt that in 2020. And so when that happened yesterday and we found out that news, I know that God's got the right place for the boys to go for sure, and then whatever we decide to do with Isabel. So that's kind of where we're at with daycare. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. There's definitely different financial challenges that we'll have to overcome and address, and it is what it is, and we'll make it work and we'll figure it out. There's not much going back at this point in time. I'm not gonna quit my job. So yeah, that's to be in flux, and we'll keep you guys updated as that next chapter unfolds. But I'm really back at square one with trying to find a daycare that fits for us, whether that's a center, whether that's a home. We're kind of weighing out all those options right now. Other than that, I mean, Scott and I are doing good. I know a lot of you have been asking, when is he done with school? He'll be graduating in December. He is in his final stretch. He has 2 classes left. And we are so incredibly proud of him and excited for his future. He's excited to be done with school. For him, getting a full 4 and 4.5 years as an adult, while we've expanded our family, we've moved, we've changed jobs. I'm just immensely proud of him, how hard he works, and he's at that finish line, and we're excited to celebrate him when he graduates in December. For me, work's been going good. My new job is still great. I love it. I'm happy. There's a lot of things going on. Obviously, as I'm heading into starting to prep for maternity leave, we have just a lot of things in flux. It seems like every time I have a baby, I'm also in the process of hiring a new employee. It's happened the last 2 times I've been pregnant, so that's really funny. I just have to take it all in stride and laugh a little bit at the timing of stuff. But I think that really encapsulates where we're at with everything. If you guys have questions, you can always shoot them our way. 2020 has been a trip, y'all, and I just laugh at how unplanned and unprecedented everything is, but it's been great, and everything has worked out, and it's been good for our family, and we're just blessed, and even in the madness, it all works itself out somehow. So hopefully that catches you up on where we're at. I will continue to do pregnancy updates for you as we finish out this last leg of the journey. And thank you all for your continued support, your love, and we will see you in our next video.